Hey, welcome back to Comics on Live. We got a good show for y'all today. I am your host, Stefan Braxton, and I have very, very funny comedian guest today. So we're gonna have them come on and we're gonna have them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Michael Copenhaver from Northeast Ohio, man. Thanks for having me on the show, Stefan Braxton.
Thanks for being on.
I'm John Hanford. I live in Joshua Tree, California, and Stefan, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being on the show. Rufus.
Yeah, man. How you doing?
Yes, introduce yourself to everybody. Tell them where you from.
Hello, man. Oh, cool. My name is Rufus Tanksley. They just call me Tank, T-A-N-K. Right now, I'm about 10 miles from Hollywood, but I live in Orange County, California, but I'm from Texas.
Oh, great. John, you said Joshua Tree. I never even heard of that.
Oh yeah. It's way out in the desert in the Mojave. There's a big national park here. Everybody loves to come to go hiking and stuff when it's not 100 degrees out. So right now it's like the winter and spring is like the best time for people to come out. So it's despite the pandemic pretty busy.
All right. Well, this is Comics on Life, and then we got a bunch of questions from people that email all over. So we're gonna start it off here. Our first question is from Mark S. from Phoenix, Arizona, and he want to know: do you have any talents you consider useless? Anybody can start.
I mean, honestly,
oxymoron?
Huh?
Isn't that an oxymoron? There's no such thing as a useless talent. If it was useless, it wouldn't be a talent. It would be a curse.
It might be something that you can do that a lot of people can't do that you would never want to do.
Yes, I have a talent. Oh, never mind. I can't say that one on TV. I gotta keep remembering this is gonna go live on television. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got talents. I got talents that I can remember every female porn star that I've ever seen before, and her name, and what she does a speciality.
Wow, but that's not really useless though. That comes in handy.
Well, handy is the right word, but
what would you get ready to say, John?
I think honestly, like I'm with Michael on this. I think if you have a talent, there's no such thing as it being useless. Like you got to find a way to incorporate that. But I got to say, I really admire Tank's talent of towing the line of PG-13 TV allowed stuff. That's somewhat useful, I guess. I don't know. I play a lot of guitar. I haven't made money from playing guitar. So that would probably be my most useless talent. But, I think it's only a matter of time before the money comes, All
right. That's good. Now here's my talent. Now I'm gonna have the director put it on me. So, cause I can show y'all. Now my talent is like, I can do my elbow like this and I can put stacks of quarters. Actually, the most I've done was $6 and put stacks of quarters on here and catch them going like that without no quarter hitting the ground. That's talent,
pretty good,
but it's useless. I seen it. Now, all right, we can go back to everybody. Now, John, you might not remember this, but Michael, you might. You ever used to watch Happy Days?
Happy Days, yeah.
Remember the guy did it on Happy Days? And that's when I learned.
He was trying to break the Guinness World Record, wasn't he? Wasn't that that episode?
Right. And that's when I learned how to do it. And I got up to $6. So
when is the last time you used that skill?
Huh?
When is the last time that you used that skill?
when I seen Happy Days.
You got to do that again, just as like a Happy Days tribute. Post a YouTube video, make that go viral, because then you'll be able to monetize on that talent.
See, I was able to do it then, because that was during my BA years, before arthritis. Now I can't do it.
The only
But
thing I
that
took
was
away
my
from Happy
talent.
Days, I have the Henry Winkler talent. I can bash stuff and make it work again.
I got the opposite. I can bash it and break it. But like for instance, like what?
Like the jukebox, for instance. It's not working. It's not working. Pow! You hit it. Oh, my electric window. It's not wanting to go down in the car. Pow! You smack it. It starts working again.
Hey, I had a pimp who had the same idea.
Look at those women. Yeah.
Okay.
I like you, Tank. When I come out to LA, man, we're gonna hang out.
We gonna go to the next question. Yo.
I feel like I let everybody down with my lack of talent.
Whoa.
No, John, don't worry about it, John. Every house needs a John. Don't worry about
it.
Wait.
My friends use me much in the same way too.
I gotta watch these questions, because it seems like Rufus going here on a pattern. Everything is on a pattern with him. All right.
Tonight, yeah, today.
Here's the next question. This is from Candy T from she's in Irvine, California.
All right.
She said,
"Hey,
how good?
Right down the
how
street.
good are you at mimicking people's accents?"
I'm pretty good at that. Yeah, like
You are?
oh
Let's
yeah,
hear it.
yeah. I mean, like I'm a huge fan of Australian music, and they're all running around. Oi, hey mate, hey, how you doing? We gonna go pour the liquid down the sink. I don't know, just that's what the words that are coming to mind. But like I do an okay Australian accent.
Crikey.
Yeah, you can do that. And like I also went to college on Long Island, New York. So like I got the big Long Island accent. Hey, what are you talking about? What's the problem? Let the police do the thing. Come on. What's the big idea? It's just a lot of that.
Yeah, I can do some of that.
All right. What accent you do?
I was good with the Mexican accent.
Let's hear a little bit.
I do. Ay, Idiocito, Santos Maria, San Antonio, San Miguel, San Francisco, San Jose. I speak so much Spanish, they call me a wet black. So yeah, I've been doing it a long time.
I think you're just speaking Spanish, though. I didn't really hear the accent. It's good Spanish.
Plus, hey, with these
Michael.
black lips, it's a little harder, okay? But yes, I think I know an accent, man. I can do a gangsters too.
What you doing?
Hey, what did the gangster say when the house fell on top of him? Get off of me, Holmes. So yeah, I can do all that. Yeah. Let me see. Hey man, come here. No, you man. No, you. So I do that. I'm good. I'm good at that.
What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I've got some accent mimicking skills. Let's see. Oh man, how do I do this without being racist? I'm the only white guy here. Honestly. Well, like, you know, your Rufus, he's got his Mexican accent. I've got mine. It's like, hey, Papi, what you doing over here, man? Come on, man. He's very effeminate, or she. I don't know what that is exactly, but I think that's the gist of the accent. I've got a little Russian in me. You say, you owe me money, you pay me the money. You got your Italians, you got your Italians to say, you come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding and you ask me for a favor. Boy.
Nice.
What else?
Nice.
Throw one at me. I'll try one more.
Okay.
An effeminate pimp.
An effeminate.
I can only do one. I do I do Chinese. I do Chinese accent, Asian accent, foreign accent. I do them. All right.
Well, let's hear it. You're not getting off that easy.
I only know
they might have to. It's
you
like
can just
You're the host. So come on, man. Let's hear yours.
Yeah.
well,
You
I
don't have
just
to
go
prove
by like
Okay,
the
I can do an
experience in my
Albanian, too.
neighborhood.
I do Albanian. I'm good.
I go by the experience in my neighborhood, and I know the Chinese, and they be like, "You pay now, you pay now." That's all I got.
You no pay, you go home.
You're gonna get some
won't
letters
pay, you
for
go
this
home.
episode. Man. You're gonna get some letters.
You know what? I'll bail
you can never
Stefan out
run
on
for
this
president. You ain't never gonna be able to run for president ever.
No, I'll bail Stefan out on this because I actually forgot. I'm actually very good at doing Japanese accents, which I was told by several different Japanese people. I used to speak Japanese, like I used to take it in high school, and as an autograph collector of baseball players, like I grew up in Seattle, so like we had Ichiro, and I was asking him for his autograph once, and I asked him how he was doing. I said, "Ogenki desu ka?" And he said, "Wow, you speak really good Japanese." And it was like, and the horrible part of that is that my Japanese accent is totally based on the Saturday Night Live sketch with the Japanese game show that by today's standards would never be airable. But it worked enough that when I'm speaking Japanese, it actually sounds like a Japanese person. So.
Wow.
Oh, Gunsong, you have a very good Japanese accent. Good. Bansai.
Arigato.
All right. Here we go. We got Kelly R from Austin, Texas. She said,
Hey.
pick a theme song that would describe your life now.
Hey,
Ooh,
Kelly,
a theme
I'm from
March, Darth
Georgetown,
Vader
28
theme
miles
from
from
Star Wars.
Austin.
All right, we're gonna start from the bottom on
mine.
up. Go ahead, Rufus.
Okay. I got mine, Kelly. I'm from Georgetown, Texas, right down the street. And mine would be, what would it be? I like big butts and I can't deny. That's got to be mine right there. The bigger, the better. I like a woman whose butt is so big that when she backs up, you hear ding, 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 ding. But I do like big boobs too. I like a woman whose boobs are so big that her children have stretch marks on their mouths. That's how much I like butt. Yeah, big butts. That would be my best one.
Okay. But now remember we're trying to keep it as PG now, okay?
That's very PG. Okay.
You got to say a lot more. Trust me.
I want to say though, that describes your life now.
It describes what he likes.
That
That
describes
describes what you like. All right, John.
a brother cannot handle what he can't handle. You love what you love. That's all I'm saying.
All right, John. What would be your theme song?
I think my like if we're gonna be talking about like songs that are like already theme songs, like I was just thinking of this last night. The theme song from Chappelle's Show. Remember that? Like it's just the two blues guys, acoustic guitar,
Yeah.
harmonica. I like that because it's just like it's very simple. They're just hanging out, and then at the end of it, they say, "Let's start the show," and that's sort of like how I'm operating my life because I'm here in quarantine and I'm just doing a couple podcasts to keep myself sane. I'm starting shows, every day of the week. And the rest of the time that I'm not doing a show, I'm just kind of hanging out, plugging away with the guitar, smoking, legal things. And it's California. Gotta love it. I had to stop myself. I didn't want to say what exactly. I guess we'll say cloves because those are legal.
Yeah, they're legal.
Yeah.
Right, Michael.
No, I live in the desert. Who am I kidding? It's crystal meth. It's
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Mike. What would your song be?
Hey, in Oregon, it's all legal. It's legal, baby.
What is the question one more time? I'm sorry. I got way out of whack for a second there. What's my theme song? What's my theme song? What's my theme song? I'm sorry.
Yeah, theme song.
It would be the Imperial March, known as Darth Vader's theme from Star Wars. Because in this era, I've noticed so much idiocy. Stupidity abounds everywhere you look. I just want to walk down the street, force choking this imbecile, killing off that moron, releasing the troops. I'm telling you right now, it's in this era. It's murder constantly and always inside my mind. So, Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. All right.
I like big butts and I can't deny.
No one saw that
you brothers
one.
okay.
Well, I guess mine is just
That
real
one was
simple.
taken.
It'll be Mary J. Blige by Just Fine by Mary J. Blige. I love that song, and right now my life is pretty much just fine now. You know, I'm okay now. All right.
I'm glad to hear that.
Now this
man.
one,
That's better than bad.
Man, you work hard for
Right.
your craft.
this question, I'm kind of scared, but Rufus, this is PG now, okay? This is
I'm a
from
preacher.
Josh B.
Go for it.
This is Josh B. from Columbus, Ohio. Please don't get me canceled,
Okay.
Rufus. All right. You had 1 week.
I won't. I promise.
You had 1 week on Fantasy Island. And I think we already know what his fantasy gonna be. But you got 1 week on Fantasy Island. What's your fantasy?
My fantasy, it's easy. I want Halle Berry in a bikini with some CBD oil in her hands on my knees so they don't hurt so much. I want to go a whole week without my knees hurting. Now, if she got some good CBD and put it in my knees, I'll go the whole week without my knees hurting. That's all I want.
Okay. All right. Hey, Michael, what's yours?
Oh boy. From where I'm sitting, I think my fantasy is just give me 7 nights of Netflix specials.
Of Netflix special?
Netflix
That's
and
right.
chill.
I get a week on Fantasy Island. I'm gonna do an hour a night for 7 Netflix specials. That is some serious cheddar cheese, my man.
Oh, you
Let's
want to
not
do?
forget, you have me on here because I'm a comedian. That's what I do. Maybe.
Oh, you want to?
do your homework.
Oh, you want to do? You want to do comedy on Netflix special for 7 days?
Absolutely,
Yeah, that's
man. That's
good.
where the real cheese is, man.
Oh,
That's
That's
life
good
changing.
right
that's
there.
right.
Way out
Hey,
of
I got an
anything kind of
HBO
money.
special.
No, the
I got an
HBO
HBO
specials aren't what
special.
they used to be.
Yeah, it's $29.99 a month. No showtime.
What's yours, John?
I think I mean Fantasy Island, right? That's I think I just want to go there and this is a PG show, so I would like to go there and just write. I think it would be an interesting place to just be creative in some way or another, and whether you lift the age restriction, then we can explore other ways of being creative on Fantasy Island. But for now, I'm going to say writing. I could really I've been feeling the need to start writing more, and it's been hard to sit down and focus. So I think Fantasy Island would be perfect for that.
All right, that's cool. I guess if I had one fantasy, it would be something like Michael's, to perform 7 days straight, but I want to perform opening for Bernie Mac and Richard Pryor.
Nice.
That would be my fantasy.
Nice. I didn't even
I
think
like
about
that.
that.
I like
But in
that.
my fantasy, I'm not the opener, man. What's
I like
wrong
that.
with you?
Exactly.
But I'm doing it for
I like
7
that
days.
fantasy, but I am Bernie Mac and Richard Pryor.
You are?
I'd like to be across
Then I'll be
between Bernie
opening
Mac
for
and
you.
Richard Pryor.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just
Give me
hang
some
out.
good
Don't really
music.
have fantasies.
All right, here we go. This is
You
from
can write about
Gladys
my
J.
fantasies, John.
This is from Gladys J. and Henderson, Nevada. Y'all
Nevada.
know where that's at?
Yeah, just right outside Las Vegas.
Oh,
I do. It's right by Vegas. She can smell
Is
Vegas.
there an echo in here?
I never even heard of Henderson, Nevada. But
It's rough.
Yeah.
she wants y'all to describe your first kiss.
Oh. I mean, I look like I just had mine last week. But no. I mean, it was wild. I mean, like it was just it was one of those. I mean, like I was 17. It was just a very awkward encounter. Like I was in Texas at a music camp, and then it was like after the show, I was hanging out with my friend, and one of his girlfriends like showed up to the show, and then we started hitting it off, and then she gave me a kiss before she left, and that was it. I was like, all right, check off that box, got it out of the way. Nothing special, but it was nice.
Wow.
John, you waited till you were 17?
Look, when I was 17, I looked like I was 11. I'm 30 now, so use your imagination a little bit. It's like,
Wow.
I mean, it like to kiss
I
me
got you.
was
I got you.
borderline pedophilia.
What about you, Mike?
Oh man, I'll never forget it. I was in 5th grade. It was winter time out. Her name was Tracy, and I was nervous about it. I knew it was coming, but I didn't want to do it. And I'll tell you why. She had like that. It was winter time out. She had the sniffles, So there was like that shiny glaze, a snot right on her upper lip. And she's all in a. Ooh. And as it's coming in, I just kept watching that shiny glaze, and it was so gross. And that's the only reason I even remember it. That was my first kiss, and that's the only reason I remember it is because it was gross, and it sicked me out. And I didn't kiss another chick till like 7th grade after that.
Did you kiss the snot?
I don't, man.
I mean, if you're really focusing your vision on the snot,
like the memory stopped from just watching that last glisten, and then my eyes closed, and everything went black in my soul and everywhere from that point. I think that was the first step on my road to comedy. That was the first thing that killed me inside, and then everything after that just kept killing me a little more, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Rufus.
Oh, you want to know what my first kiss was? You mean like with a woman? Like with a girl?
Yeah. Wow.
I don't get me wrong, I'm not homosexual, but I was gonna be once, but a friend told me that was like it's a pain in the ass. Anyway, I remember she was like 13 and she got in a fight with her dad because her dad didn't like black men. And she was a little white girl, blonde hair, blue eyes. So she thought kissing me would get back at her dad. And I was all into it. So we went ahead and played Jane and Tarzan, I believe, in the backyard. Everything was cool until she stuck her tongue in my mouth. I go, that's nasty. And yeah, that's about it back in the day. Jan, if you're around, that was in Alamogordo, New Mexico. True story.
oh my god!
All right.
You were how old?
But don't get me wrong about men. Don't get me wrong about men. A man knows what a man wants. I just want you to know right there.
All right, we're gonna go to the next
If I like
question.
men, John, I like you. Oh,
All right, this one is from Samantha B in Detroit, Michigan. How do you feel about Facebook responses? Now, what she is really trying, because she sent me a long email explaining this. I just shortened it down. But what she's really asking is like, okay, say like one of your best friends is having his birthday, and you send them you know, happy birthday, bro. Love you, man. And then they text you back. They respond back, thank you. Or, you know, something like that. And you send out an emotional thing and they just be like, thanks. Or they don't even say thanks. They just hit the like button. How you feel about that?
I think
a perfect question to be asked by a girl because only girls think like that.
Huh?
That's a perfect question to be asked by a girl because only girls think like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah,
hold up. Wait.
No,
hold
no,
up.
I'll interject there. Because like I used to feel that way sometimes because like I don't know like I think Facebook it's like if you actually want legitimate validation, go out in the real world and do something and like meet people in person. But like on Facebook, that's something that like I used to think like, oh man, am I only like is my like being passive aggressive? Should I react with like a heart or something? And the reality is like it's nothing to concern yourself with because seriously, like if that's a problem that you're having, maybe you need to like focus on yourself and be like, hey, why do I need them to react emotionally? Like, are you only acting emotionally towards somebody because you want them to put on the same act for you? Like, it's got to be legitimate, you know? It's got to be real. So Facebook is a terrible way of judging that.
Or take that back to the poster himself or herself. You know, why did you even make the post? Was it so somebody would stroke your ego or tell you what you really wanted to hear? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Don't be so needy, America. Get tough.
What you think, Rufus?
No, me, I want it all. I want a like. I want you to put a cucumber up there. I want you to put like a finger if you don't like it. I want you to do everything possible and tell me if you liked it or if you didn't. I'm an old man. I gotta have all my peeps tell me how they feel right now because I might not make it tomorrow. So if I send you something, you better put you like it or you don't like it like right now. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you know what? I kind of feel like what they're saying sometimes because sometimes, you know, like, all right, I'm from Philadelphia, but I'm here in Pittsburgh now. All my family is in Philadelphia. So like when my family posts something and I'll be like my cousins or something post something and I'll be like, oh, congratulations, cousin, love you. And they be like, I'll be like, dang, I'm like 300 miles away. You can't say you love me back. Sometimes I do feel some type of way. I don't know. Maybe that's the female side of me.
That makes
I would say meditate. Meditate on that, you know?
I know how you feel. I'm an old man. I'm 61, which is like 37 in Caucasian years. So a brother's got to do what he got to do.
But you know what I hate the most though is like when you send out something like that and they just put a little sticker on it. I'm like, dang, can't you just acknowledge what I said or something? I don't know. Well, maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I think social media is just everybody trying to outdo each other with like being more clever or something. It's, you know, I think you read into it too much and it's gonna like kind of upend your life, like, you know.
Well,
yeah, I think they should put.
I'm going back to MySpace anyway.
Friendster.
I miss MySpace.
MySpace changed their name. Now it's called Safe Space.
What is it?
Safe Space. People like you with your feelings, you're going to be just fine over there.
Oh, shoot.
Safe word.
All right. We only got 30 minutes left, and we only got 30 minutes left, and we still got 7 questions to get through.
All right.
Okay.
Because I don't think Rufus heard this, but the next show is going to be all females with the same questions, and Comics on Life. People on the Comics on Life page is going to vote which show was the funniest.
Something tells me that
right.
last question is going to go very, very differently next month.
Huh?
That last question is going to go very differently next month.
I know all of them gonna be like, yeah, I hate that too. I hate that too.
And I don't think
All right.
not one of them is going to talk about a pimp using his pimp hand.
Yeah, I think the first three answers you gave, Rufus, we ain't gonna get them on the next show.
Bet money you don't.
All right,
I
here
hope
we go.
not.
This is from Sharon D in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What incident is the worst wardrobe malfunction you had in your life? And you know what? I'll start that off. I remember when I was in high school, and I had a pair of Chuck Taylors, the canvas kind, and I was on my way to school, but I had a little dirt on my sneaker. So I took a rag and some soap and water, and I'm washing my sneaks, and I used a lot of soap, right? And I'm washing my sneaks, but running late for school. So I hurry on, I put them on. They were still a little bit of wet, and I just put them on and went to school. Halfway to school, it started pouring down raining, and all you seen was these little bubbles coming up out of my shoe, and everybody looking like, "Wow, why your shoes bubbling?" So that was my malfunction right there. Always dry your sneakers before you wear them.
That's funny.
All right, what about y'all?
I guess, yeah, I'll go. I think the
I
closest
have
thing I've
one.
ever had to a wardrobe malfunction was my decision in high school to get my hair cut into a mullet. I thought that would be funny. I thought it would be like I did it ironically, and then nobody else got the joke. And then I was committing so hard to it that I kept it for like 6 months, and so I wound up getting placed in special ed. That was, I think, and then I made like a series of like questionable clothing decisions to like go with the mullet, and it was just like doubling down on all the wrong stuff for like months, and it severely like it had an irreversible toll on my social standing in high school. It was terrible. That was that was the closest thing I came to like a career-ending mistake.
Wow. What about you, Mike?
Oh boy, wardrobe malfunction. Well, I used to have this like electric yellow, super bright pair of swim trunks, and then I came up out of the water, and I don't know what it was about those particular trunks, but it was all me. I mean, the trunks were there still; they were still there, but it was very huggy, if you know what I'm saying, very tight. It was all me coming up out of that water. And yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know my mom yelled something about it out loud, like at the pool. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nothing traumatizing about
Quit
that
showing
day.
off, Michael.
Nothing traumatizing about that day at all. That was
What
definitely
about
the worst
you, Rufus?
malfunction.
What about you,
Well,
Rufus?
I remember one special one. I was a track star in high school, and we were running, and it was real cold outside. So I thought we were gonna have to run in our sweats. So I didn't even put on a jock, and we were running the quarter, and it got a little warmer, so I pulled off my sweats, and while I was running, it looked like I was trying to get 2 batons. I had one slapping my leg back forth. People were staring. It was, oh my God, it was so embarrassing. But I ran in time, just click, 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 click. I got the baton finished, grabbed my stuff, and ran away. But I got 8 phone numbers that night, so cool.
All right.
So does that count as a malfunction?
High school, man.
All right, this is
That's a
from Dwayne
malfunction.
T. I don't think we're gonna get through all these questions, but this is from Dwayne T. from San Jose, California. Y'all close to San Jose, California?
Not really. It's like probably
No,
8 hours.
about 89, 90 miles.
Okay. Well,
It'll
he
take
want
me
to
an
know.
hour and a half.
What is the worst mess you ever made in the kitchen?
Hmm.
Y'all don't cook?
Yeah, I cook. I just clean up after myself. I guess I'll yield to my mom on this one. My mom cannot put anything away. She cooks, uses everything she can to cook with. Takes like 4 hours to do it, and then afterwards she goes, "I cook, so you clean." And it's just like then that's about a 2-hour cleanup job. So yeah, it's a bit of a letdown. I've never made a huge mess in the kitchen.
Wow. What about you, Rufus?
Oh man, I remember like it was yesterday. Mudbone came over to the house asking for his money. I told him I didn't have no money. He said, "Oh no," N-word, pushed me into the kitchen. I grabbed him by the collar and thrown him up against the microwave. And then a lot of the flour hit the ground. So then I threw his butt into the macaroni. And by the time we got up, there was ketchup, macaroni, and flour all over the place. Then I kicked him outside. That was the worst thing. Our kitchen looked nasty.
Follow-up question.
Oh, that's a true story? That's a true story?
Yeah. Well, Mudbone won't say it was like that. He'll say that I owe him money, but that's not how it was. So, yeah.
Follow-up question, if I may. What dish has the ingredients flour, macaroni, and ketchup?
You must not have ever been poor. You must not have ever been poor. That was right there, man. That's the only condiment we have. Starch and condiments. That was it.
Wow.
What about you, Mike?
Biggest mess. Have to be accidentally dumping 3 quarts of spaghetti sauce all over the kitchen floor.
Oh.
Wow. Oh. I know that was a mess.
Yeah, it's a tough
It
one.
definitely was. Red everywhere.
That's
Ground
tough.
floor. Couldn't even hide it.
Mine's I say mine was before I moved to Pittsburgh. I was in Philly and I had a Japanese Akita, and she was about 205 pounds, a big dog. And I mean,
Whoa.
she just ate whatever I would give her. So I had some dog food, and I remember my mom. Now, my mom, she used to make gravy with the flour, the grease, and the water, and you mix it up and you make the gravy.
Mhm.
Well, I had called her and asked her how to make it. So she was telling me you put the grease, and then you put a little bit of flour, you add a little bit of water, and you stir it up, and you make the gravy. So I tried that to make the gravy for my dog. So it was too watery. So I added more flour. And then it was too thick. So I added more water. And this went on for about a while until I had this big old flour cake about this thick on my stove. And I tried to give it to my dog, and she just looked up at me and was like, "I'm not eating." And she would not eat it. And this dog ate everything, chicken, everything. And one more. And I had some turkey wings, and I wanted to give her, but I knew she liked fried chicken. So I said, well, I'm going to fry these turkey wings. So I put the turkey wings in the frying pan just like you would do chicken. Trust me, don't ever do that. It won't work.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have.
Wow. You cooking for your dog and your cousins? What are you doing?
I cooked it for my dog, but I mean, she would not eat it.
Man, you should adopt me.
I patched up some cement with it, though. That's what I did with it. All right, we got this one. This one's from Tammy K. Oh, Tammy K from Philadelphia. Have you ever dated a fan?
My number is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been together for
Yeah,
2 years.
The fan didn't have enough money to get into the show.
So y'all went on a date?
she didn't have enough money to get in the show. She came in, liked my stuff. I took her out a couple of times. Found out she was a man, but it took at least 3 weeks for that to happen. So, and a man knows what a man wants. So, those were good old days.
All right, John.
Yeah. Short answer, no. I've never dated a fan. I've passed up a few opportunities, I think, but like it's one of those things where like in the moment I've like, you know, I like just got off stage and I'm just thinking, man, that set did not go how I wanted it. And I'm just trying to get out of the club. And then some girl saying, you're really funny. And then it didn't occur to me until I was driving home that like, hey, maybe she wanted to talk. So next time, maybe if this pandemic ever ends, maybe I'll get a second chance.
What about
you, Mike? You were going to kiss at 17.
Yeah. Who knows?
Go ahead, Mike. What about you?
You guys cannot hear my number one fan snoring right now, can you?
No.
Yeah.
Stop. She must have heard me ask about it. Yeah, she's a snorer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm dating my number one fan right now. It's been 2 years.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
You met her at a show?
No.
You met her at a show?
No.
Slide into your DMs?
We talked before that.
But she knew you was a comedian though.
Yes.
Cool. That's cool. All right.
It's working really cool. It's been 2 years. She's not a man yet.
2 years.
She's got a great sense of humor.
She does. She puts up with a lot for me.
All right, this one's from Steve P. from Little Rock, Arkansas. What did you want to be when you was a kid? What did you want to be when you grew up, and why? Real quick.
I wanted to be a baseball player because I loved baseball and like I was a pretty good pitcher, except I couldn't throw hard. I could just like I could throw a good curveball and stuff, but yeah, I just could never throw hard enough to actually play competitively. So yeah, that was kind of a moot point. So I wound up just getting into like I used to work in baseball media and baseball scouting for a little bit. That's the closest I ever got.
Oh, but actually, you do. You look like you would be a baseball pitcher, though.
Yeah, it's a type.
Yeah, you do look like a pitcher.
You can't have this much personality when you're playing when you're playing the rest of the field.
What about you, Mike?
I pretty much always wanted to do something in entertainment. I would say from a pretty young age, I was always, look at me, that type of person. So yeah, entertainment is my calling. It just took me a while to figure it out that's what I really, really want to do.
All right, cool. What about you, Rufus?
You said when I was little, what did I want to be when I grew up?
Yes.
I wanted to be taller. That's what I wanted to be. No, I always wanted to be a white man because white men had everything. If I was a white man, but no, I grew up to do what I wanted to do. I was actually a police officer for 24 years. So
wow.
I kind of did what I wanted to do when I was growing up. So.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's cool. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be, Luther and the Temptations. I wanted to be a singer. And
let's hear some. Let me hear it.
No, I can't sing. That's why it never happened. I just wanted to be one.
So based on nothing other than those cats seem to get some chicks.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be a singer, be on stage, and I didn't really care. And then I wanted to be a singer at first, and then I knew I couldn't sing. But then when rapping came out, I said, wow, I can do that, and I don't even have to sing. But then I realized I can't rap, so I gave up that dream. All right, we're going to go ahead with...
Tone Loc can't sing, and he had some #1 hits.
Yeah, because he can rap. I can't rap. All right. This
Oh, I
from
got you.
Karen S. in Charleston, West Virginia. This one.
Oh, Drew
I don't
Charleston.
know
Yeah.
where these people coming with these questions. But when you was a kid, what was your favorite toy? A kid, Rufus, a kid. What was your favorite toy?
Well, I grew up poor. We didn't have toys. My mom would take us over to Toys for Us and let us play 3 times a week because she couldn't afford it. So, but my favorite one, but let me see. We were poor. My mom used to put stuff on layaway over at the dollar store. But let me see. It was my favorite toy. I think I used to like the periscope. You know, where you can look over to other people's yards so I could see all the stuff we couldn't afford. So that's what that was mine.
Hey, John, what was yours?
Honestly, like my favorite toy was like I had a bunch of toy guns. I used to be like like based on my how I played as a kid, you would think I'd be like just streamlining it into the NRA, like to be their next president or something. But yeah, I loved playing with guns when I was a kid, and then yeah, once I realized like, oh shit, you got to be careful. Then I was like, all right, let's stick to guitar.
All right. What about you, Mike?
All-time favorite toy probably would have to go with Legos, man. Legos are awesome.
Yeah.
The world of your own imagination is alive in Legos, and that's what I always loved about that. I've always been an imaginative kid.
You know what? I never ever had a Lego set.
Wow. Yeah, and you can't sing either, so what's that say about you, huh?
Right.
Buy some Legos and sing better.
I want you to have me back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that to be insulting.
But you know what? You know what was my favorite toy? My Big Wheel. Remember the Big Wheels?
Oh, yeah. That Big Wheel is pretty awesome.
I love my Big Wheels. But wait.
I love mine too, but I thought of it more of a mode of transportation, not a toy.
But how many of y'all had Big Wheels?
I did.
How many
Your
had
dad
Big
bought
Wheels?
you a Big Wheel?
My dad.
Yeah, I have.
No,
mine.
my mom. My mom bought me a Big Wheel.
Oh, I was gonna say, you had a mom?
But hey, Mike, you raised your hand. You had a Big Wheel. You had a Big Wheel. Hey, Mike, did you keep your seat in the little back part in your Big Wheel?
Yeah, you had to have the room for your legs. I was always a tall kid. I had long legs.
See, now I remember now in my neighborhood, we took that seat part off and we stood on our big wheels and kicked it like a skateboard, and that's how we ain't never pedal.
Interesting.
The
we
ghetto
rode it like
Big
a
Wheel.
skateboard.
The GBW. Right. The ghetto Big Wheel.
All right, now this one, which one I did, Karen? Oh, this one's from Stacy C. from New Haven, Connecticut. As a child, what was your most embarrassing childhood moment?
Probably coming out of that pool with those shorts on and my mom yelling over the side. I mean, legit, that's probably it.
Wow. What about you, John?
Yeah, I think it was the time I was in 3rd grade and I attempted to freestyle poetry. Oh, which like now that I've grown up, like I realize I look like the guy who would probably try to do that at an open mic or something. But I tried to freestyle poetry when I was like 8, and it was the absolute worst thing. Like I just fell on my face, but like I still powered through and probably made it like 45 seconds before I just went back to my chair and just like sat sadly.
Wow.
Slam John.
Yeah. Oh, bombing early.
Rufus?
Mine was when I was really, really young. and I first came out of my mom, and I looked up, and there's all these fools with a mask on staring at her junk. I was all embarrassed. But other than that, I don't have any.
As you asked the question, I was thinking to myself, something about Rufus strikes me as he's immune to embarrassment.
I got black comic privilege. I got black comic privilege. I've been using that a lot.
Well, my most
I don't. I've been
embarrassing
playing this
moment.
safe.
My most embarrassing moment was I was always on punishment, not allowed to go outside. But my mom had a job, so that really didn't work because she was at work, so I went outside anyway. But
She had a job?
on a corner of our street, it was a light pole there, and we put a basketball court up there, and we would play basketball when we get home from school. Which I was, after school, was supposed to go stay straight in the house. So I'm out there playing basketball. Now my mom gets off the bus and she's going home, which is the street behind me, which I didn't see her. But all my friends see her, but they don't say nothing. So I'm up there playing basketball and I'm on a foul line getting ready to shoot a shot. And the next thing I know, this tennis racket come whipping upside my head. And I was with my mom. She went in the house, got a tennis racket, and came and whipped my behind in front of all my friends. I was so embarrassed. And the next day, I scored like 30 points on him because I was so mad at him. All right, look. We got 10 minutes
Messed
left.
around and got a triple-double.
Yeah. We got 10 minutes left, and really we only got we're gonna go with this one question. And this is kind of like the serious question, so that's why I'm gonna go with this one last. This is from Queenie D in Wilmington, Delaware. If you can pass on one message to your fans, what would that message be?
I would say no matter what, do what you love, follow your passion, and try to, see how to make that work with the reality that you live in. It's different for everybody. I've gotten so much different advice from vastly different people. And generally it all boils down to basically the same thing. Do what works for you and trust it.
Great. I like that. Mike.
John said the only advice anybody ever needs to hear: figure out what it is that you love and then do it. The old axiom is very true. If you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. I'm constantly doing something involved with comedy, constantly, but I never feel like I'm working. I get to do something I love constantly and always. It never gets old. It never stops being fun. And I'm a big believer in fun. But just to piggyback on something else he was saying, advice, as far as advice goes, listen to all the advice people are willing to give you, but it's not all going to work for you. Take away what works for you and then forget the rest. But listen to all the advice that anyone's willing to give you.
Okay, Rufus, what would you
They're
tell
all
your
right.
fans?
They're true. What I would tell them, though, being an old man, is don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out of it alive. I took a whole bunch of things serious when I was growing up that now I would kick myself in the butt for. People are dying all the time, and you should get as much happiness as you're alive as possible. I laugh every day. I laugh at people who get mad at me. I laugh at them because they're mad at me. I just laugh all day long, and it helps me. So don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out of it alive.
Great. And I just want to say to my fans, everything y'all just said is great. I love that. And I'm going to just add something to it. It doesn't matter where you've been or what you've been through. Your dreams can follow. My life, I was unable to do anything because of the situations that I was in and the things that I was doing. I wasn't able to do anything. And once I turned my life around at the age of 45, that's when I started doing comedy. And I've been doing comedy since. I've been traveling everywhere. And I have my own television show. So it doesn't matter where you've
Amen.
been or what you've been through. If you have a dream and you love to do something, go on and do it. Don't matter how old you is, just go on and do it. And that's what
Amen.
that's my message to them. And I want to thank y'all. I want to thank y'all for being on my show. It's been hilarious. John, Rufus, Michael, thank y'all so much. And
Thanks for having me, man.
everybody
I had
out
a
there
blast.
that's watching, everybody that's out there watching, the next Comics on Life is December 10th at 6 p.m. We will be going live with an all-female guest stars on the show. And we
I will.
had some from LA, from Michigan, from Maryland, Virginia, and Ohio, and Vegas will be on the show. So you don't want to miss that. December 10th. December 10th at 6 p.m. Comics on Life. I want to thank y'all once again. Much love, much success to y'all and y'all future endeavors. And hopefully one day we all get to work together one day and do a live show. Matter of fact, I am going to do that. Maybe like after 2 years or something, I'm going to do a big show with all my guests that was on Comics on Life.
That'd be awesome.
Thank y'all again. And
Thank you, Stefan.
And we'll see y'all on December 10th. Peace out.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, that
was a lot of fun, man. That was a lot of fun.